I literally had the heat sink in my hand. Like that's how much I took it apart. Everything was
Why'd you
spread
go
out.
so crazy? Why don't you just get like a air can and just blow that shit, yo?
Now let me show you what I got. Hold up.
Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see what this guy did to his
I got
PlayStation.
I got one of these big ass duster blower things. One of these right here.
Oh, you know what I got? I got one of these.
Yeah, that should come with like four different heads on it. Pause. Yeah.
This what I got. This what I use to clean my PC and shit.
Oh yes. See this right here is overkill. You don't need nothing like this. I was blowing. I was doing it in my kitchen, right? I'm blowing
Yeah.
shit, and it is blowing my appliances over. Like what this
Yeah.
shit is crazy. Like
Yeah.
I can literally go outside and blow some leaves with this motherfucker. Like that's how powerful it is.
Nah, because
But
that joint look crazy. Because you know that joint crazy because it got a whole power cord next to it and shit. Like
yeah,
my shit's like one of the ones that like it's portable. Like you could charge it. You know what I'm saying? And you get.
okay,
That's what I used to clean my
right.
PC and shit and dust
Yeah,
myself,
so
man. But that's crazy. Yo. That boy got so
my PC,
crazy.
my PC was bad because I haven't cleaned my PC since
Yeah.
probably like 5 years. My
Wow.
PS5, it actually wasn't bad. Like my PS5 wasn't bad at all. I didn't need to go that hard with taking it apart. But my man's did it recently, and he showed me like it's
Oh,
mad
that's.
easy to do.
Oh,
Yeah, and
okay,
so he
okay,
was like,
okay.
it's simple. You just take it apart, put it back. The worst part is all the damn screws that they fucking got in that PS5, dog. It's at least,
I
and I'm not
literally
even
had the heat
exaggerating. It's
sink
probably
in
like
my
50
hand.
different screws that you got to take out and keep track of when you putting them back in.
Yeah.
That was probably the craziest part. But I thought my PS5 was done because I had the so the drives and shit got like the ribbon that you attach to the
Yep.
connector,
Yep.
and that makes them, that gives it power when it's connected to the motherboard. I didn't put the shit back in all the way because I'd be so scared when I'm putting stuff back.
Oh.
I'd be so scared I don't want to fuck it up. As what happened?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I just want to show you something. Keep going. Keep going.
Okay, yeah, so I'll be so scared to like put the ribbons or like the wires back in properly, and I thought I had pushed it all the way in, but I didn't. But the PS5 came back on. Everything was fine. Like I've been using it for the past few days. But when it came time to do an update, I guess when you do an update, it probably does like a system wide check to make sure everything is connected properly before it updates. And I guess I had seen the error code at the top, and the error code everybody was saying was the disk drive wasn't in properly. So I had to take it apart again,
Oh, okay,
push
okay.
and when I took it apart though, the ribbon wasn't even in. Like the ribbon was completely out. So I didn't even like put it in properly at all. But once I
Bro,
put that in and I put it back up, it was straight. Everything was fine.
bro.
Mhm.
Back when the Nintendo Switch came out, and this might have been my hardest project that I did. For
Oh,
when
and you
you were talking
swapped
about
out
taking
the
when you're talking about taking shit
yeah.
apart, bro. For some reason,
Uh-huh.
I thought this shit was gonna be so easy, but I remember I even jacked it up a couple times. I had to take it apart, and yo, with my big ass hand trying to put this shit together, yo, it was definitely. I felt like Bill Nye the Science Guy putting this shit together at the time, bro. Switching out just the shell of this shit, bro. But
You're
yeah,
right.
man. You know what?
What
I
was
just
so hard? Like what's inside of it? Like
you
that's
know what?
crazy.
It has the ribbons like you said as well, and it's just the screws. It's just everything
Mhm.
just got to be placed so proper. The funny thing is,
Yeah.
I went through all this trouble, Jmaine, to do this. All
Hmm.
this trouble, and guess what? My Joy Cons got stick drift. I was so
you
fucking
you
pissed.
probably could fix that shit
I
by
was so
yourself
fucking
by opening
pissed.
it back up.
I'm like, I'm good,
My
bro.
My nephew said he did that with the PS5. I'm not opening that PS5 controller. I've seen videos on that, and it seemed like that shit is a
Now I'm
little bit of
good.
ass.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm
I'm
definitely not doing
straight.
that. But we live, people. We live. We live. We live. What's up?
Hold on, let me get this dust
Chat,
out of here.
chat, chat. What's good? What's good? Welcome to another episode of Good Gaming. Let me shout out a couple people in the chat real quick before we go ahead and do the introductions. I see Black Ace in here. What's up?
Yo,
Alfonso
slide me over a
Carter.
little bit
What's
on
good?
the
Oh
template.
yeah,
I
I
think
got you.
my
I
shit not
got
spinning.
I got you.
I'm gonna have
Who
to
else
start
up in the
really
King
clipping these shit
Kovu?
for the shorts
What's
content.
yeah, for real. You need to get on it.
I talked about doing that earlier, but I fell off. So now that I'm
Yeah,
back doing content, I definitely got to do
yeah,
that.
yeah. Who else up in here? Retromatic, Wise Guy. Shout out to all the mods. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to all the channel members. I appreciate y'all too. PS Rewind, we here. Welcome to another episode of Good Gaming, episode 44. Today we definitely got a good podcast for you. Great discussions as usual. I'm here with the best co-hosts around. Jmaine, say what up to the people.
Yeah, shout out to the people. What's going on, y'all? Hopefully, y'all doing well. like you said, welcome to another episode of the Good Gaming Podcast. And yeah, we got a few things to talk about. Is I'm starting to feel the hype a little bit for Starfield. I ain't gonna cap. I ain't gonna cap. That hype getting to me, but we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it.
Yo, just get ready. Please. All I gotta say is get ready to give up that money. Get ready, because we're gonna get into it. But before we jump into what we've been playing this past week, I do want to shout out all of our Patreons. We currently have 38 Patreons. My goal is 50. And I'm gonna do a pretty nice giveaway for you guys, all the Patreon supporters. I just want to say thank you for supporting us. And if you enjoy the podcast, don't be afraid to hit the like button. You know what I mean? Like, the like button goes a long way, you know what I mean? So you can easily support us just by hitting that if you listen to the podcast week to week. It helps us grow, helps us in the algorithm and all of that. So go ahead and hit that like button. I would appreciate that. But Jmaine,
shout out.
I'm
about to say shout out to Meds in the chat. He said if Starfield going gold means Black Bond finally shuts the fuck up, I'm all for it. People was going crazy over Starfield going gold. Like, I wasn't really tripping, but
yeah, bro. Come on. What you been playing though? We're gonna get into that. What you been playing?
Just to be honest, just Final Fantasy. My plan was to beat that shit over the weekend, but I literally spent all day Sunday fucking cleaning out my PS5 and my PC. I had like I was saying earlier, I took the whole shit apart, like everything apart. Yeah. I even redid my like thermal paste on my CPU for my PC. Jesus. Like I had to go out to Best Buy and buy some because I didn't even have none. And then I got sidetracked in fucking Best Buy. Yo, dog. I ain't been to Best Buy in a minute. And so I got to see like all the new TVs that they got on display, the fucking monitors. They got that like them curved wide screen. I don't even know how the fuck you even pronounce them shits. Them shits is beautiful as fuck. I was like, yo, I need to upgrade my shit.
You wanted to upgrade your PC, yeah?
Yo, dog, I went in there. I was playing the ROG Ally. That shit is nice. I was like, yo, I'm impressed by this handheld right here. Yeah, I was first of all, I was shocked they even had it on display, but I was actually impressed that like I was playing what was it, Forza Horizon 5 on it, and it looked really nice. It was running like I put it on optimized settings, so like even when I maxed it out, it was only able to run probably like at 30 FPS, but when I put it on optimized settings, it still looked good on the handheld, like on that smaller screen. Like that shit's definitely playable. So I was impressed. I was definitely impressed. And other than that, like I said, I tried to I played a little bit of Final Fantasy, but I didn't really get too much into it because I got busy. Yeah, I was outside too over the weekend. Last few days of summer, I'm outside. I had a little birthday party.
I don't blame you. Yo, the weather is about to get cold, so you better enjoy these next couple of weeks of warm weather. Yeah, I mean, I don't.
Once you start to see the back to school ads and the notebooks and pencils in the front display at Walmart, you know, summer. Wrap it up. Exactly. Wrap it the fuck up. It's over. So,
honestly, this summer. For me, I don't know. I think life has just become a blur for me at this point. You know what I mean? I feel like you hit a certain age,
you got a lot.
And you hit a certain age, and just time just operates differently. I felt like a year as a kid. A year was long as hell.
Yeah,
you feel
it was
me? Like a year felt like super long. But now, as you know, as an adult working, going through life's process. Yo,
you just go through emotions a lot of times.
Yeah, a year fly by like nothing. Sometimes I think to myself, I wish this shit kind of slowed down a little bit, but maybe I have to sit back and just appreciate the moment more and not get caught up in routine.
I was just about to say, if you live in the moment more, time will slow down. I think a lot of times when we going through the routines of going to work every day, because it's like the same shit over and over, you're just waiting for it to get over and over and over, and then the week is gone, and then you get to the weekend, it's only 2 fucking days, and then that's gone. So time is going by so fast.
I don't like how it's moving for me personally. I need things to slow down a little bit. So, I can enjoy my life a little bit, you know what I mean? But as for me, I've been playing the same old games. We were recently back on AOE 2. Honestly, I need to stop playing that game because that game is the ultimate time waster, because it's one of those type of games that when you start playing, a match could go on for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours long playing AOE. And I'm trying to be more productive in content creation, but that's the game that I don't need in my life right now, because that game just sucks all my time away. By the time I look at the clock, it's like, yo, I can't do nothing. So I've done good. The last like 2-3 days I haven't played AoE, thank God. But I'm still trying to finish up Uncharted Drake's Fortune, and finish up the platinum on down, playing it through and crushing. And what else have I been playing? Oh, I did a live stream of GTA 4. And
oh yeah, I was watching it.
And I installed it on my Steam Deck. GTA 4 is still fun, man. It's still a good time. I was having a good time playing GTA 4.
I was playing the DLCs not too long ago, a few months ago. I had never beat those before. So I was playing the Ballad of Gay Tony and what's the other one? Lost in Damn.
I think it's Lost in Damn. I remember that. Yeah, I remember that joint. Yeah.
Is that what's called?
I think that's the motorcycle dude, right? That's what you're talking about.
Yes. Yeah, the motorcycle one. I think it's Lost in Damn. Lost in Damn.
So too. I think so too.
I think that was the dude that got his ass. I think he got killed. He
got killed. But we gotta cut it out. It's been enough time.
I don't like spoiling, man.
Jmaine,
I don't like doing it. Some people might never play GTA 5, man. Come on, the remaster for the PS5, you know what I mean? They might just but
you're right. Trevor does do something in the beginning of the section of his game to that guy.
Fire, man. I can't wait for GTA 6, man. I know it's gonna be incredible.
Yeah, so that's all I've been really playing. I'm patiently waiting. Look, honestly, the Baldur's Gate talk is starting to get to me a little bit, Jmaine. I'm not even gonna lie, bro.
I seen your hype beast ass on the timeline talking about you need to pick it up.
We gotta kill that narrative, because you guys make me absolutely sick. You guys,
I'm not.
If I was truly a hype beast, I would already have Baldur's Gate 3, Jmaine. If I was truly a hype beast, I would already have it in my library.
You know what makes you a hype beast is because the game has been out now for a few weeks.
And I heard it.
All the information is out there for you to want to know if you like it or not. Why now? Like, why now when you see somebody saying it's amazing that you pick it up?
It's simple. Because isn't that how we all discover video games, Jamie? And word of mouth. I tell you a game is good. You tell me a game is good. Oh,
maybe the first few days, not weeks after, when it's hundreds of videos out there.
That literally goes against the hype beast shit. Because once again, if a hype beast would buy the shit same day it is released, because that's when all the hype was, when it had 800K concurrent players. If I was a hype beast, I would have bought the game right there.
The hype is rising weekly. Like, this shit is going crazy.
I'm not paying attention. But I'm seeing people that I talk to that I know say the game is good. So it's piquing my curiosity. That's it. And as a gamer, look, we got to kill that narrative too, because as a gamer, what's wrong with wanting to play the best shit? Or attempt to try the best shit? On top of that, I'm a fucking content creator, bro. I make videos about video games.
Ain't nothing wrong. I'm just saying, I feel like it's something you should have been on if you was really like, you know what I mean?
I already looked at it. It seems like something that it takes a lot of time to get into. You know what I'm saying? To dedicate time. That's why I still haven't really bought it yet. I always said I planned on picking it up, just not day one. I kind of wanted to pick it up at a sale. Just all this gamer, the generation talk. This is one of them ones that really switching it up. It's piqued my curiosity.
Maybe hype beast is the wrong word. Maybe it's FOMO. You suffering from FOMO right now. Maybe it's the fear of missing out. Yeah. Somebody just put that in the chat. I think that's what it is. Like, you've seen everybody like, yo, this shit is amazing. And as a gamer, you're like, fuck it. I got experience.
Like, how's that like a fucking knock? Like, if niggas are telling me the game is good, I want to play it. I want to play it. I want to see what's going on with it. So, but I still haven't picked it up yet. The reason why I'm kind of hesitant, because Armored Core is coming out, and I'm actually looking forward to that game. From what I've seen of that game, it looks like it might be actually up my alley. So that's the reason why I haven't like jumped and bought it yet. But I think I will be playing Baldur's Gate 3 soon, relatively soon. But there's a couple of games.
What about Diablo 4? What happened with that? You still fucking with that?
The funny thing, I was playing with the boys, but the boys kind of started playing AoE. That's what happened. Man, the boys started playing AoE, then we fell off, bro. You see what I'm saying? The funny thing is Diablo 4 is fire too. Like, I was having a good time, but the problem is Ages of Empire. As soon as a nigga start playing that shit, we get stuck. And then you want to start Baldur's Gate, where they say it got like 17,000 endings or some wild nut shit like that. As soon as the mass type, KOFI, AoE, bro, I'm in there like swimwear too, bro. I'm like, bet, let's go 2v2.
Don't even do it to yourself, my boy. It's gonna
That's
be
why I
there
haven't,
for
yo,
you
that's
when
what
you
that's what I'm
don't
saying. That's
even
why I haven't,
trip.
yo, Jmaine. That's why I haven't even bought it yet, bro. Because I kind of already know within myself that like I'm probably not ready to invest the time that I need to in the game
Yeah.
yet. If I buy it, it's just to kind of test it out and put it down because there's actually games that I really want to play that come before that I was actually excited for. You know what I mean? But I will check it out. I will check it out eventually. There should be a time where a month is dry. I pretty much beat the games that I want to play. That's when I'll fire it up and
Maybe
see.
December,
Yeah,
late
that's when I'll
December
fire
or
it up
something
to
like that.
see what's up. But as for now, I'm kind of still, I'm thinking about the games I'm actually, excited to play. So, yeah.
I think it officially has 50 reviews now, so we could like,
What is it?
respect
What's
the
it sitting
goddamn
at?
Metacritic score.
What's it sitting at? Still
Hold on, let
97.
me check. I think it dropped. I think it dropped to like a 96.
So it's
So
tied
still
with
amazing.
it's tied with Tears then.
Yeah, it ties with Tears. Yeah, it's
It's
at a
gonna it's gonna
96
get nom
now.
it's gonna get nominated for Game of the
49
Year
reviews.
clearly.
49 reviews.
It's
Yeah,
gonna
oh
get
yeah, for
nominated. It's
sure.
gonna
That's a lot.
For
That's a
people who
lot.
thought that it wasn't gonna make like the top six. It's definitely gonna make like the top 6 games nominated for Game of the Year for 100%.
It's
You know what
the
I mean?
other four that I'm having a hard time like picking which ones is gonna be in there.
You
I
already
ain't
know
gonna
Zelda.
lie.
You already know Zelda's is for sure in. Tears of the
Yep,
Kingdom is
Zelda
for
and
sure.
Baldur's Gate are locks.
I think those are. I think those are. Yeah,
locks.
I think those are games that are locked. Anything after that, I'm not too like. It could appear. It can't appear. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
we are expecting Starfield to be that game. You know what I'm saying? We're
Right.
expecting it to be that game. That it should
Starfield
make
and
it.
Spider-Man are the two I'm expecting to be nominated, but I can't be 100%. Those
Yeah,
is
I can't. Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm like
Exactly. I feel
90,
the same way.
maybe 85, but that's the other two after that. It's a fucking free for all for them. Like it
Yeah,
could
it
be
could be
Resident Evil 4
4
remake.
100%.
Yeah, it could be. I don't think
Star
Street Fighter gonna get in
Wars.
there.
I don't think Street
Star
Fighter will
Wars
make it. It
could
could be
be.
Star Wars. It
Final
could be.
Fantasy 16.
It
It
could
could
be.
be
It could
Diablo
be.
4. It
It
could
could be.
be
Yep.
yeah, like you said, Star Wars. So like, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna. I know it's gonna be. I would know it's gonna be real if they open up like another slot. Like so many great
Like
games. You gotta put
7,
like
like
a
make it
7.
7.
Yeah, make it
Yeah.
7. That would be crazy.
Yeah, that would definitely be super dope. So all right, let's jump into some of the topics. We actually got some good news, people. A game is actually coming out a week earlier than we expected, I believe. Assassin's Creed Mirage has gone gold,
Yes.
right? And they actually pushed up the release date a week early. So what's
Right.
the official release date now, Jmaine?
The official release date for Assassin's Creed Mirage is October 12th now. No, excuse me. It was previously scheduled to be released on October 12th. The new date is October 5th. So
Okay.
first week of, I think that's the first week. Yeah, first week of October, literally that first Thursday, Assassin's Creed Mirage will be coming out. So giving people more time to get that done before
Yeah.
some of the major bangers come out. Even though to me, Assassin's Creed Mirage is definitely one of the games I'm looking forward to the most in October. So I appreciate this.
Honestly, I haven't been this excited for an Assassin's Creed in a hot minute. So I'm
Yeah,
definitely
same.
looking forward to picking it up. I'm gonna be buying it day one.
Yeah, I think this also is supposed to be showing up at the Jeff Keighley thing at the Gamescom again. I haven't really seen enough though. Like I really don't need to see more in terms of like swaying my opinion on if I'm gonna get it or not. I mean, it'll be nice to see more, but I'm not really like,
Yeah.
pressed to be like, oh, I need to see more content about the game. Nah. If it's there, cool. But if it wasn't, cool.
Yeah, definitely gonna be a day one purchase for me. The last Assassin's Creed that I actually played and completed to the end might have been Unity. It might have been Unity.
Unity and Syndicate kind of came out together, right? Or
Yeah, I didn't finish. I
together?
tried Syndicate out. It was cool. It's traditional. I feel like that was like the last traditional Assassin's Creed. But
It was. Yeah.
I didn't finish it. I didn't finish it up. I don't know. Something about
I
that game
love
wasn't really.
Syndicate.
Something about that game wasn't really connecting with me. I don't know, but I did finish Unity, and that was like the last one I beat. I did try out Origins. I thought, the whole premise was dope in Egypt and all of that, but I couldn't get jiggy with the new style of gameplay, the Witcher-esque gameplay that they were going for. It felt extremely grindy and just a lot of things. I felt like the heart of Assassin's Creed like really disappeared with Origins. You know what I mean? So the fact that they're taking it back to the
that's when they
roots of
changed
this,
it all up.
Yeah, they're taking it back to the roots with this one. I'm definitely excited again, and I can't wait to play it. The fact that it's a 20 to 25 hour campaign, that's music to my ears as well. You know what I'm saying?
That's perfect.
Yeah, I don't
Be
need
that, you know what
Assassin's
I
Creed
mean?
to be 80, 70 hours. I'm good on it.
No, no. Oh,
I'm,
fuck
I'm
no.
definitely good on that.
I don't
So
need no
that's
Ubisoft. Ubisoft games don't need to ever be that long. That's the thing they need to understand is their formula does not make for great fucking long ass games. Like
exactly.
20 hours, get in, get out, tell me your story, give me your gameplay systems. And then if I want to return for the side content or future DLC updates, then you give me that. But everything else, the main shit, like my friend told me it took him 60 hours to beat Valhalla, just the main story. I'm like, nigga, no. No, I'm not playing that.
Yeah, nah, I'm good. I'm good. Because honestly, like I still think the best Assassin's Creed like ever made is still 1, 2, Brotherhood, and 4. Those are like the best ones to me personally.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the
force
best
my
one.
shit.
Well, Assassin's Creed is getting a closer release date, but
Yeah.
there's a game that actually got pushed back to avoid the smoke.
They both technically avoided the smoke, but yeah, one got pushed up, the other one got pushed back. That would be fucking Alan
Alan Wake
Wake
2.
that release date got pushed back to October 27th now. So that's a 10-day delay for Alan Wake. So now it sits at a week after games like Mario and what's that game called? Mario Wally World or
No,
Wonderland? What that shit
Wonder,
called?
yeah, Super Mario
Mario,
Wonder,
yeah.
yeah,
Super Mario Wonder and then
and
Spider-Man 2.
what's it called? Like, this is 100% like strategic. You know what I'm saying? Like, the game was
Oh, for
probably
sure.
ready, but I think they even just like they just moving it out the way because it's a busy
Yeah,
month.
they kept it 100. They was like, yo, we can. I think these also were the same developers that said they hope Red Dead Redemption the port didn't drop anywhere near Alan Wake 2. Like they was begging Rockstar not to put it out because the original Alan Wake launched next to Red Dead, and so they
Yeah,
probably
you
felt
already know.
that pain. Like, damn, these motherfuckers
Yeah,
releasing right next to us.
yeah,
But now there's like, listen, let's get out the way. I still think, I don't know, I feel like moving it behind the release date after two big games is actually worse than moving it ahead of the two big games. Because a week after, you probably still gonna be playing Spider-Man and or Mario. Like I don't think people are gonna be like, oh shit, let me drop Spider-Man or Mario to play Alan Wake 2. But
yeah. Like,
I
you know what?
guess you gotta kind
They
of keep
got
it
out the
there.
way. Like, they got out the
Yeah.
way, but they didn't completely like move. Like, a proper delay was probably like, yo, we're gonna put this in like December. Then you probably have like the whole month to yourself,
Right.
pretty much. But who knows
Yeah, they wanted to probably
the
keep it in
business behind
October
this?
because of
Yeah,
the
who knows
the
business
Halloween
behind this?
aesthetic.
Yeah, yeah, behind all of this. So they probably just had to get it out, and I'm sure this game is gonna stir up a lot of attention though, because first of all, the visuals look absolutely fantastic. The old one's
Amazing.
is a cult
Amazing.
classic, and they're taking this one into a whole new direction. They're actually making it more of a survivor horror style of game. I
Hmm.
think this game's gonna do well. I think it's gonna be well received, and I think people are gonna actually check for it though. I really do believe that
Yeah,
people are gonna check for this one.
I'm excited to play. I want to play through the first one in October and then eventually get to this one when it come out. But a week after, I mean, I'll probably be done with Spider-Man because I'm taking off work for that game, so
Oh
I'm gonna be
yeah.
playing that. Oh hell yeah, I think I already put the time in. I'm taking that Friday off. We're gonna be live streaming that joint at midnight, baby. We
Let's
in there. I
go. That's
cannot
dope. That's
fucking wait.
dope. That's dope. Yeah, I'm
So
looking forward to it
um,
too. I'm looking forward to it too.
it like
But
I guess they kind of probably could have put it in November because I don't know. It's not like it's a horror game. It's like more of like a suspense thriller type of game. With it has like it's gonna have more survival horror elements, but I think that still flies in November. Like just the whole fall is getting darker earlier outside. Like I think it still fits there, but November probably gonna be. I don't know what is coming out in November. I didn't even really look at
I don't even
November.
know.
So.
I don't think anything major is, or I think we would already know. You
It's
know what I
Call of
mean?
Duty. Call of Duty. Call of Duty. I think it's
That's
November.
okay. I think that's different crowds, and like the people.
Different crowds.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
those are different crowds. So if it were to drop in November, it would probably be beneficial for them. I think that would probably be the biggest game of that month. Call of Duty is obviously a juggernaut, but this is a
Right.
single player focused game. People buy Call of Duty to play multiplayer, so it's a different crowds. Different
Yeah,
crowds for
that
them.
would
So
definitely be. Yeah, Call of Duty is definitely the biggest in November. Super Mario RPG, that's a different crowd. And
Yeah, that's
then
also a different crowd too. It's not gonna step on the release
yeah,
of Alan Wake 2. They probably should have just
early
moved it to November,
early
yo.
November probably would have been better. I would say like that first week in November actually probably would have did them a little bit better, but
Yeah, it is what
it
it
is
is.
what it is.
It is what it is.
It
More
is what
games, you know, we're
it
gamers.
is
More
what it
games are
is.
coming out that look great, so we'll find time to play them. You know what I mean?
Oh, real
Sooner or
quick,
later.
speaking of survival horror, Alone in the Dark actually comes out in October as well. 2 days before Alan Wake now. Given the new release date. I actually played
Alone in the Dark. Why don't I not?
yeah, so
What
this
game is that?
this is a THQ Nordic game. Developers are
Is this an old game or a new game?
yeah, so it's a remake of an old game. Yeah, the
Because
original came out in
I feel like I heard it.
1992. It was a PC game, and they remaking it, and they got what's the dude named David Harbour from Stranger Things. He was actually in Gran Turismo, the actor
Yeah,
from Stranger
yeah,
Things.
yeah. I know what you're
He's
talking
he's
about.
playing the investigator, and then they got Jodie Comer as Emily. So they remaking it, but they had a demo, like a little prologue that came out. I think it was a few days ago. THQ Nordic had like a showcase, and they dropped a little demo. I was playing it. I love like the atmosphere of that game. Like when it comes to survival horror, I think that's one of the biggest things that you got to nail. And when it comes to that game, like the atmosphere, making you feel like it's intense and having you shook, it's definitely on point.
So
So I might check this
this
game out too.
is Alone in, because I knew I've seen this cover before, like this Alone in the Dark. And so you're saying
Yeah.
what type of game is this? Is this like a third person, or is it like one of those
Yes,
like point and click
it's
type of
third
games?
person, over the shoulder. It has like walking simulator vibes to it, but you do get like survival elements and shit like that. You do have enemies that you're running from and will be, having contact with and combat and shit like that as well. But I don't expect that to be the majority of it. I think a lot of it is like investigative. Um, you figuring out what's going on because you're an investigator. So you figuring out what's going on, what happened to the family and stuff like that, and a little bit more to that. I don't want to get too deep into it for spoiler purposes, but
Yeah.
yeah, survival horror though. It's
Okay.
not anything that's looking like it's gonna be game of the year or anything crazy, but I like horror shit, so this is kind of up my alley of a game that I might check out.
Okay, DX Taker said there's ads on the. Hopefully, yo, I turned off that thing. I don't know why YouTube keeps on bringing that shit back.
What happened?
Hopefully, there's no ads on the live stream like that. You know what? I just turned off the monetization of this entire live stream, so hopefully that stops it. Because like YouTube has this feature now. I think that you can during a live stream, like it credit rolls the ad and stops the live stream.
Oh,
I
okay,
don't
like an
want that.
ad
I
break.
actually don't want that. So
Yeah, that's corny.
I just turned off the monetization of the live stream. Hopefully, I don't know why that feature like pops up. Like people are telling about me and telling that was happening on this podcast, and I actually turned it off, figured it out. But maybe it
That's
might
some
be
Twitch
back.
shit right there.
Yeah,
Like,
maybe it might be back. So I just turned off the monetization of this live stream, so maybe it won't kick in now. So
so maybe
hopefully that's
you
the
might
case.
have to refresh the podcast or close it out and open it back up so it can
Yeah,
apply
yeah, yeah.
to the one you're watching. But yeah, hopefully it stops for you guys if
Yeah,
you are
yeah.
having that
I just turned it off.
experience.
I'm probably just gonna turn on that monetization after when the podcast it's over. I'm probably gonna just start doing that because I don't like that. That messes up with the flow. All right,
Yeah,
so
that's for a live shit. Yeah,
that's lame.
that's
That's
stupid.
lame. Final Fantasy 16. You
What happened
know,
with Final Fantasy 16?
the producer had some
Oh, okay,
interesting
okay.
comments.
Yeah.
Some interesting comments. So
So you want to read it? You got it?
you got it already in front of you?
Yeah, I got it right here.
All right.
So yeah, the producer of Final Fantasy 16, shit, I ain't even gonna I ain't even gonna try to fuck up his name. So yeah, so basically what he was saying is
Yoshida, Naoko
yeah,
Yoshida,
Nayoko, Naoki,
Naoko,
Naoki, I think it's Naoki.
Naoki
Naoki Yoshida.
Yoshida. Shout out to
So
you, bruh.
he basically feels that he wishes that there was only one game platform for, I guess he kind of said developers and for players. I see. Listen, let me say this. I always kind of feel crazy reading stuff like this because I feel like
Could be
there'd be
lost in it.
translation
Yeah,
errors.
it could be lost in the
But
translation.
but
But you
if
know,
he did, let's just say as
let's
if
just
he did,
pretend. Let's pretend
if
because it's
he
sparking up a
did, if he did,
conversation, right?
Right. He was saying that it would be better for both the developers and for the players if there was only one platform for people to go to for games. So yeah, definitely it sparked the conversation on the timeline about this, and people, chiming in about how they feel. Me personally, I think development wise, I think that would be a fantastic idea for them
For them,
because
yeah, for
they would
them,
it would
for
save on a lot of
developers, for
time.
publishers.
Right.
I think they would absolutely love that, right? They would love that.
Yeah, but for players, like how you feel about how this shit would go if
For
it was just only
players,
one
they're gonna
platform on the
bend us
market.
down and stick it up. They're gonna stick it where the sun don't shine. If this will happen, for players, like this will be totally bad for players. I don't see any positives for player because now if there's only one platform, unless it's an open, the only way that I think something like this could work unless it's like as an open platform like a PC.
So
You
if
know what I'm
PC
saying?
was the only gaming platform
That's what I'm
going
saying.
forward,
Like, if that's what he was talking about, then it would make sense because a PC is just a PC, right? It's filled with a whole bunch of different types of components, right? You understand what I mean?
yeah,
So, but as for like a sole console, that's just nothing but bad. They could dictate the price. They could increase it anytime. They could just do a whole
yeah,
bunch of
that would
fuck
be
shit if there's
madness.
just one console. We need the competition. We need multiple consoles to keep
Hmm.
pretty much everyone in check, right? If one does
Yeah,
bad, the other one will outshine the other. And the reason why we've seen so much innovation in the gaming industry over the years is because there's multiple consoles in the market and there's
yep,
competition. If that ceases to exist, then one company is just gonna literally turn into a tyrant and abuse its power and its position. So, and
yeah.
nobody, as a player, nobody wants that. Trust me. So the people who are wishing for Xbox to disappear and to go
They
away,
not,
I
they
don't think
don't give a
that.
fuck about the gaming if they wish that
Honestly,
was the
I think
case.
that would be horrible for PlayStation. Even as a
Fucking
PlayStation
terrible.
fan, right? As a PlayStation fan, I
Hmm.
don't even think you should even want that because I
Hell
think
no.
that would be horrible for you because the things that Sony is going to pull off,
They
y'all
showed you
wouldn't
what they
like
would
it.
do
Y'all
when they
wouldn't like
fucking
it, bro.
dominate the market. After PS2, when the PS3 was coming around, Sony was smelling they shit and they gave y'all a $600 system.
Yeah, and they
Fucking
said, what did
five
they say?
hundred
We
and
had
ninety
quotes.
nine.
We had quotes of them saying, our players will gladly work a second job
The
to
second
survive a
job to
job.
pick
Like,
that
look,
shit
look what
up
they're saying. Look what they're saying, right? When
off
when
the
you're just even
fucking
in the lead in the console
yeah.
market. Can you imagine if you're the only console available to buy? That would be terrible.
Right.
That would be terrible for the players.
And I
Good for
and
the
I get
developers
like
though.
they was pushing the industry for like they were at least trying to push the industry forward with the tech that was inside, but they wasn't making that shit practical for the everyday person to try and buy that shit. So that's what happens when you like get somebody that's so far in the lead or so far ahead of everybody else that they would try some shit like that. Like, all right, we understand you want to move things forward, but come on now, let's be reasonable with these motherfucking prices. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
chill.
I don't think it would be a good idea at all. I don't think it would be a good idea at all. So that was pretty much his
Yeah.
comments. We don't have to waste too much time on that. All right, let's talk about it, Jmaine. The big
It's
game. The
time.
big game. It's time. Are you
2
ready
weeks
to
away,
pay me?
baby.
Are you ready to pay me my money? I guess that's my first question to you. Are you ready to pay me my money?
Um, no, actually, I feel more confident about our bet than I've ever felt
Please tell me
today.
why. Please tell me why.
Oh, it's easy. Baldur's Gate 3. A new challenger has
Wait.
entered the Baldur's
so
Gate
so you're
3,
telling me.
baby.
So
Has
you're
changed the
telling me.
motherfucking game. Yes,
So you're telling me because of
absolutely.
this one game.
Oh, it
Because
ain't
prior
just
to
one
this,
game.
because prior to
Mhm,
this,
mhm.
Starfield was the it RPG of the year, the
Of
one
the
that
year,
everyone
absolutely.
was looking forward to. But you're
Yes,
telling me this
yes.
game came out, Baldur's Gate, and shook up the industry. People are
Big
saying
time.
it's one in a lifetime game. It's a game of the
Yes.
generation. It
It's
changed
putting other developers on
developers and
notice. What
shit.
did Destin say? Destin Legary? He said developers are shaking in their boots. They
Yeah,
shaking
so
in their boots because of Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah. Baldur's
so
Gate
you're
3 has got
saying it
the
stole
industry on notice.
so you're saying that it pretty much it's gonna steal Starfield's thunder.
Oh yeah, I want this to I want the record to reflect that even when two games came out near each other, or people, you ever heard of Horizon versus Zelda, and how everybody wanted to pit those two games together just because they released about a week or some change next to each other? Everybody wanted to compare those two. So guess what? We're gonna compare Baldur's Gate 3 and Starfield. And right now, from what we're hearing from the folks over on the PC side, Baldur's Gate 3 has made the RPG genre, it has made it's the template of the RPG going forward. So Starfield has to now live up to what they literally just played it.
Though,
and review code
even
just went out today. They just played Baldur's Gate.
Yes, they're both RPGs, but they're very different RPGs.
Oh, that don't matter. That don't matter.
You don't think that matters?
That don't matter. That don't matter. That don't matter. You know why? Because Horizon and Zelda weren't even close to each other. Yet people were comparing those two and saying how one stole the shine away from the other and made them not even want to play the game anymore.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
These two being RPGs,
no.
it's even closer than what Zelda and Horizon was.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I'm gonna push back against that point. I think
don't play devil's advocate. Play KOFI and tell me how scared you are of Baldur's Gate.
I think Zelda and Horizon are a lot closer in terms of comparison than Baldur's Gate and Starfield. Would you not say?
Not. Absolutely.
Why
not.
You say that?
I don't think either. I don't think none of them are close to each other. Period. But I don't think. No, absolutely not. Nope.
You don't agree
because
with that?
No, not at all. No, Horizon and Zelda. I don't even understand how that comparison came about. I was always wondering that every time people brought those two together and how one took the shine from the other. They were both fantastic to me. I don't understand that. They were two different games and they were great in their own right. So now that people want to now I'm seeing the conversation shift a little bit that people don't even want to compare these two. Why not? They both RPGs, right? Why not?
People are gonna compare them. Come on, it is what it is. Like you said, it's the exact same scenario. I know I tweeted to Fame the same thing as well, that like he was asking why they comparing them, but I'm like, it was the same thing what happened with Horizon and Zelda, like you said, and on top of that, they are releasing on the same day, at least on consoles, right? It's releasing on the same day, so
they even compared Elden Ring and Horizon. Like they
I think I have a strong chance, Jmaine. You know why I have a strong chance, I think. Jmaine, if the review codes were being sent out to reviewers a day, 2 days before release, then I'd be like, yo, I'm a little shook. But the fact that they sent out review codes 2 weeks ahead, that doesn't scream a little bit of confidence? I we cooked with this one. How do you feel about that? 2 weeks?
No.
And on top of that, the reviews is dropping earlier. It's not dropping a day later than release. Isn't it dropping like a couple of days?
It's dropping the day of the early access.
Early access. Okay, then never mind.
Yeah, so I think August 31st is the review embargo lifts, and then September 1st is early access day.
Oh, it's early access. Okay, I see.
Technically, it's dropping on. Yeah, it's like I guess 5 days before official date. But they definitely handpicked these early codes. I see my man Skill Up didn't get a review code, and we know Skill Up to be. I don't watch his reviews, but we know him to be one of the big YouTube reviewers.
Word around town is
he did not get a review code.
He fried Fallout 76 as he should.
Oh,
so maybe he's blacklisted.
He's blacklisted now. He's blacklisted now.
He's blacklisted.
Okay. You see, I see a lot of guys from the Xbox community getting one. I seen Paris got a code. I'm sure he got a Constellation chair to go with it. I seen
come on.
Jez Corden. He got a code.
Chat. You know why I'm gonna win this bet? Because Survivor is going to come clutch. 10 out of 10. Xbox Mondo is going to come clutch. 10 out of 10. Windows Central is going to come clutch. 10 out of 10. Xbox Kid Smooth's website going to come out. 10 out of 10. You already know all of them shorts. All the Xbox-centric websites is going to give that shit a 10 out of 10. I've won this bet, bro. Facts. Facts.
You're done.
Come on, bro.
You're done.
Nah, I'm winning this
You're
bet, bro.
done.
It's hitting a 90, bro. I'm winning this bet. I need it. I need it, bro. I'm winning this bet. Honestly,
80 fucking 9. Lock it in, man.
80,
Just,
89.
just lock it in. It's there. Baldur's Gate 3 is going against it. Bethesda, until further notice, is going against it. And yeah, those are only 2 things I need, man. I'm holding it down after that.
I just checked Metacritic. There's a website called Xbox Addict. Yo, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
We're not worried about those. Because, Metacritic, listen, Metacritic is weighed. So those little fanboy sites, they don't really count for too much. They don't really count for too much.
Hey, man, but they be piling up.
We're waiting for the big boys.
They be piling up. And you already know IGN's going to give it a smooth little 9 out of 10. You already know what IGN's going to do, bro. They're going to give it a little smooth 9. Yo, Jmaine, I won this bet, bro. Just give it up. Just pay me my money now. How about that? You know what I would say? You know what I would say? If I win this bet, I think it's safe to say I hold the biggest W of the year. I have a bookmark tweet that I did when we announced that. I have a poll way back when we made this bet, Jmaine, saying that who's going to win, me or you? When I tell you it was a landslide in your favor, it was a landslide in your favor, bro.
As it should
be. 80% to 20%. So if I win this fucking bet, I might be, call me I show meat now in this motherfucker, bro, because I'm going to be up here. I'm going to be going crazy if I win this bet. I show meat. Yo, they're running around calling them, that's crazy. They running around calling them I show meat in this crazy. Yo, that's crazy, bro. That's gonna be me if I win this bet. That's gonna be me if I win this fucking bet. Starfield's winning this shit, bro. Shout out to Windows Central, bro.
God. Yeah, if you win, I'm leaving the internet for a few days. You know what I mean? Deactivate my account.
Because the funny thing is, I'm gonna win that bet. And I'm gonna win the Elden Ring bet. So get ready, bro. Get ready.
No, Elden Ring about to get announced next week. The DLC next week at Gamescom.
It's not happening.
Don't even fret.
You honestly think that game's coming out this year?
The DLC, yeah, it still has a chance.
No, it's not. It's not coming out this year, bro. It's not coming out this year, bro. It's not coming out this year.
I'm winning this Elden Ring. Elden Ring. I'm winning this Starfield joint though. Like, if anything, we're gonna break even for the year.
You know what? Yo, chat. Final Metacritic predictions right fucking now. What do you think?
What's the bet again? So the bet is that Starfield. I'm predicting that Starfield will
scores under a 90. I say under 90 and above.
KOFI got 90 and above. Yeah.
So what do you guys think Starfield is going to score? And take out your hate for Microsoft. Take out your hate for Xbox. And just
keep
look at
in
what
your
we've
expectations
seen.
for Bethesda and your expectations that is going to be compared to Baldur's Gate. Keep that in there.
Score? Okay, whoever said 97, you bugging. You bugging. I don't think it's you bugging. I don't think it's gonna be that high, bro. You bugging, bro. I think it's gonna be it's gonna break 90 or 91, yo. Like, I think it's gonna be close, like a 90, 91 thing.
64. That's crazy.
Come on, bro.
No way.
Come on, bro. No way.
85.
But Jmaine, do you think
92.
they send out review codes 2 weeks ahead of time if the game is dog shit?
Absolutely. If you handpicking who you not dog, I'm not saying the game gonna be dog shit though. Don't put me out there to be that guy. I think the game is gonna be great if I'm thinking it's gonna be like around the 89. That's a great fucking score.
That's an amazing score, by the way. That is an amazing score. Even look,
that's literally like one short
if I lose, if I lose the bet and the game lands at 88. 89.
Yeah, that's no L's there.
I think that's a win. Look, I lost a bet, so it's an L for me there. But I think that's a win overall for like the game, in my opinion.
Oh no, no.
You don't think so?
No.
You don't think so?
Oh no, look at this game got. I took the bet because this game got to be above a 90, nigga. That's why I took the bet.
No, wait.
To be above a 90.
Okay, so I got this question. So if Starfield doesn't hit a 90 on Metacritic, is it a failure?
Yes, it's an L. It's an L if this game is not above a 90. It has expectations to live up to. Fuck what I feel might be contributing factors, because the contributing factors that I think really might be come into play when I talk about Bethesda being Bethesda are old like things that would hinder Bethesda a while ago. I'm Personally, I'm hoping that they can exceed what other people used to say about them having buggy games and shit like that, and go past that and make a fucking well polished, great game. But when it comes to expectations, I need this game to be in the 90s. Absolutely, I need
We
this
would
game
all
to
want
be
that. We all want
a
that.
motherfucking banger.
But, we all want that. But you're telling me if it does fall short and it hits an 89 on Metacritic, it's a L. We roasting this game type of shit.
This is Todd Howard's baby. This is 25 years in the making. This is one of the best RPGs since like fucking what, Skyrim. Like this is supposed to be. This is supposed to be the Skyrim in space. Skyrim was what, 96. If it's supposed to be on that level, but modern.
You're right. Yeah, expectations are extremely high.
Expectations is up there, man. It has to be up there. They don't get no slack. Shit, expectations was high for Cyberpunk off of Witcher 3. Bethesda has a longer history with RPGs than that. You know what I'm saying? So they gotta come correct. Better side. This gotta be one of them.
No, I definitely agree with you. I think it has to be one of the ones, and that's the reason why I took that bet in the first place, because I told you, right? I came on this podcast and I told you like, yo, what else does Microsoft have? You know what I mean? This is the it game.
The saving grace right here.
Game. This was like this is legit the it game. It has to be the it game for them. So that's why I even took this bet in the first place. Because if this is not the it game, what's the it game at this point? Jmaine,
I want this to be the it game too.
It has to be the it game. It has to be.
I want it to be too. Because listen, I'm gonna tell you something too. I didn't mention this in what we've been playing, but over the week I did dip my toes in some Skyrim for the first time. And I was playing the 360 version. So this is
really.
Who knows what that resolution was?
Play that shit on PC, guy. What are you
doing?
No,
I have it. I was at work, so I'm at work, right? And where I work for my second job is I take care of people with disabilities. So one of the dudes there has a 360 and he has Skyrim. So I'm like, I never really played it, and he wanted some help. So I'm helping him out. We played for a couple hours. And I was enjoying the fuck out of that game.
The game is fire, bro. That game is fire.
A great time.
Jmaine,
like,
hear me out.
Resolution and frame rate aside,
Jmaine, hear me out.
Shit was great.
Hear me out. The only reason why dude shit on Skyrim today because it got re-released a million times.
When
that shit initially dropped out, dudes were praising that game to no end. You know what I'm saying? It won Game of the Year. I believe that year that it released at the Video Game Awards and all of that. Like. People were praising that game to no end. The reason why it just became a meme and a joke and fun to roast Skyrim is because they literally re-released the game 100 times. You feel me?
Yeah.
But that game is actually a good game. Game is a really good game. I really enjoyed my time in that game.
I really enjoyed like the dialogue and going through like one of the missions we was on.
The world is interactive.
We had to go into we had to go in to some temple and find a bear claw. I think this is very early gameplay stuff. And just that temple alone was just so big. Like, it was so much shit going on. Like, I kind of just got in there and did what the mission asked us to do, but I could have stayed in that temple for way longer than that, just exploring the different avenues that they had going on in there. And like I said, the mission structure and all of that, it was fire. Like, I was having a blast. So if Starfield is truly Skyrim in space,
it needs to, you're right.
That's a fucking W.
Honestly,
that's a W to me.
You know what? You're 100% right, because my expectations are just as high for this game as well. You know what I mean?
Right.
I need it. I think it does need to be a masterful game. You know, this is their baby. This is their next major RPG. This is their new IP that they haven't made. Like they said, they haven't made a new IP in what, like over a decade, like something crazy. I forgot how much years. It's like, yo, we haven't made a new IP in so long. So this has to be a special game. It really does have to be a special game. And I'm not mad at anyone having like super high expectations for it, because I have super high expectations for the game, and I hopefully it delivers, and I will be checking it out on PC. What's it called? Nigga. I think preload is available for console and people who plan to play it on Game Pass on PC. So if you're trying to preload the game, you can right now. I believe the gigs is something stupid. I think on PC is like 140.
Like
I'm going off the top of my head right now. And on console is like around 120 from what I remember. So
they also revealed a couple of new details about the game. I'm gonna go over these real quick. Players can buy houses in all major cities, and there's at least one given for completing certain tasks. Some items such as harvested organs, what the fuck, are considered contraband and have to be smuggled past security ships. There
Jmaine,
are special
bro.
ship modules you can purchase to hide them.
Jmaine.
This is harvested organs. What the fuck is this
Jmaine,
game
what
about?
can't you? I'm just saying, what can't you do? Have you not noticed it? Like that's what makes me a little bit spooked out. But the game has been in development for a
Yeah.
really long time. But it seems like you could do anything in this joint. You know what I'm saying? Like you could do anything at this point. I'm looking for it. Look, I hope it delivers.
So you killing space pirates and then you taking their organs and shit to probably
Yeah.
sell them off to some other
Bro, you
faction
can
that
freaking steal.
is
You can
built
steal their shit,
around
bro.
stealing organs. Like
Yo,
that
you
is
can
some wild shit.
Yo, bro, you could steal. You could even steal their ship to commandeer
Yo,
it,
yeah.
add it to your. Yo,
That's
the
fire.
The
I
shit
like
that
that.
they explained in that direct, I can't even lie, man. If that shit, it was really impressive, yo. It was really impressive. But we gonna see, man. Reviews are out. Review codes are out. I mean, people got it. People are playing it, bro. We're gonna hear people's thoughts really soon. You said 2 weeks, right? All
Yeah,
I know
2 weeks,
is
literally.
that day on social media is gonna be
Mhm.
an event.
It's gonna be one of them ones.
It's gonna be one of them ones, people. Get your
And
popcorn ready, people.
and of course it's a Thursday, so you know your
It
boys
is a
will be
Thursday?
live
Oh,
for the podcast that
man.
day.
Oh,
It's gonna
man.
be lit. It's gonna be
It's
lit.
gonna be
August
crazy.
31st.
I might have to make it an open mic week. We gonna need the Xbox in here. We gonna need the Sony fan guys in here. We gonna need all of them in here. We gonna need them.
Nintendo
Duke it
niggas
out.
pull up too. Why not? This
Everyone
might
duke
be
it out.
this might be a
Royal
game of the
Rumble.
year contender right here. Pull up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Get
sir.
your shit off.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we currently have 130 people watching the podcast. First of all,
Shout
I
out
want to
to
say
y'all,
thank you.
man.
Shout out to y'all. We appreciate y'all. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying the show and the conversation. You already know what me and Jmaine do. We bring y'all the great gaming discussions and have a lot of fun doing it. All right. Real quick, we got 45 likes. I know y'all could do a little bit better. You know what I mean? I know y'all could do a little bit better. If you haven't hit the like button, please show a little bit of support. We don't want your money. You know what I mean? Unless you want to support the Patreon, but you don't have to donate none. Just hit the like button. That goes a long way as well.
Geekhead188 said mobile man's even pulling up. Like everybody got to
Everyone got to show up. Everyone got to show up for that episode. That's Royal Rumble, bro. Everyone duke it out. Everyone duke it out.
that
all
day
right.
and then Spider-Man review release day too. That's gonna be
But
a
the
big
funny
day
thing,
as well.
you know what's crazy about the whole Spider-Man thing? I don't think I've seen anyone actually think that the game is gonna score a 90. Like most people, even the PlayStation guys, think like, "Yo, this shit's probably gonna score like
High 80s.
88, high 80s." Like, I think if Spider-Man actually comes out and scores a 90, more people are gonna actually be surprised. Like, "Yo, oh shit, actually, damn,
Yeah.
like this might be a real special one type of situation." But
Because in order for it to like, I mean, I wouldn't be too surprised if it scored like maybe like a 90 or 91, but if it's somewhere in like the 94,
it has to do
95,
something really special. It has to do something really
because
special.
that's almost like a leap from Uncharted 1 to Uncharted 2. And we
Yeah.
know what that felt like back then. So
Yeah,
to
the
do
two different
something like
games
that
are drastic.
today,
Yeah.
to do something like that today, you really got. And then it's also a genre that has already seen a game kind of perfected with like the Batman Arkham series. So
Exactly.
it's like in order to be better than that, you
You have
really
to be
gotta
better
be
than the
doing
Batman
some
games.
shit.
For real.
Yeah, you
definitely
really got to
gotta
be
be better
doing
than-
some shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. I hope every game is over a 90s. You know what I'm saying?
You know
But
what I'm saying? Like
you gotta
exactly,
do a
like,
lot.
Exactly. I also think the people that are like, you know, I get why people are hoping it to fail. Like I understand it. Like you know,
It's
for the sake-
entertainment.
It's entertainment.
It's gonna be the
console
best
work.
entertainment ever.
You know,
Starfield is trash.
Like if it's
What?
bad, like I get it.
Oh
you
my
know?
God.
For people who are strictly here for the jokes and just want to clown on some shit. Yeah, you're gonna get what you want. It's gonna be a good time. But honestly, like just as a gamer standpoint,
As
I
a
do hope-
gamer,
I do hope
want
the
this to
game
be
is good
amazing.
because I want this game to be really good. And hey man, I'm wishing the best for it in general. But we gonna see, man. We gonna see how it turns out. We got a super chat donation from Alcoholic Gamer. He says Fireball plus Coke plus Malibu. Enjoy drinks on me. I appreciate
God
the super chat
damn.
donation. He's trying
That
to
boy
get
getting-
fried. He's
That
trying
do
to get
sound
fried.
good as hell, but he definitely going in tonight. I appreciate
Yes,
it.
sir.
I think
Yes,
I'm
sir.
sipping on some vodka right now. Vodka
Yes, sir.
ice.
Yes, sir.
Nothing
Yes,
too
sir.
crazy.
We got a super chat donation from J-Dub. He says, Jmaine, what's good, my brother?
Listen, shout out to my boy J Dub. If that's the real J Dub, I know you can come harder than that, my boy. You come harder than that, my boy. I be seeing the Lamborghinis. I be seeing the Lamborghinis on the timeline.
He rich.
Oh, J Dub got it going on. I mean, that Dub ain't in his name for no reason. You know what I mean? He got a couple. He got a couple of them things, my boy. Shout out to J Dub, man. That's my guy right there. I appreciate him coming through and supporting the podcast.
It's good to see black folk, super successful.
And listen, nigga, if you hiring, nigga, let me know. I'll run to Starbucks and get your coffee in the morning. Nigga, let me know. You know what I'm saying? I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke.
You're crazy, dog. You're crazy. But yeah, man, Starfield. What else can we possibly say about this game? For real. What else can we possibly say about this game? At this point, I just want to play it. It's been enough talk about it. It's been enough hype. Seen the community either bash it, hype it up, gas it up. Game of the generation. It's gonna bomb, but I just want to see it in its complete form.
Enough of the talking.
Yeah, it's time to show, and I want to play it, man. And if it turns out to be fantastic, once again, I'm in there like swimwear. J Dub with another super chat donation. He says, "Oh man, put me on the spot with another donation. I appreciate that."
Shout out to my guy, man. Appreciate you, J Dub.
Shout out to him.
Every time J Dub retweet one of my tweets, the mob come through. But I'll be pulling out my sword. I'm fighting back. I don't give a damn.
PlayStation man.
I'm standing. Everybody. J Dub too. He be coming at me for some of my takes too on the timeline. But it's all and fun. So I'll be having a blast. That's what Twitter is for. So to have a good time. Don't take that shit serious.
Yeah. Oh man, the next couple of
but Starfield, I'm definitely seeing the hype on the timeline for Starfield now. Like
it's coming back.
Now that the game has gone gold, now that the review codes is out, I'm seeing even Microsoft doing a little bit more promotion. A lot of people saying they seeing ads and shit on Twitter. YouTube. I got YouTube Premium, so I'm sorry, brokies. I don't see any ads. But for the broke boys, they seeing ads on the YouTube side. So I'm excited, man. I love when gamers are excited for a new game, like including myself. Like that shit is one of the best feelings in the world. Like it reminds me of like back in the day, midnight release.
I do wish the marketing push was a little bit stronger. You know what I mean? Like
it could be. It definitely could be.
For a game, look, the game is going to do what it does. Word of mouth is going to spread it around. I'm sure it's going to, it's one of the most wishlist games on Steam right now. If not, it was number one. It was like number one for the longest time, right? So I already know it's going to do its numbers over there. The PC players love Bethesda games, loves the Fallout games, love the Elder Scrolls games. So I know it's going to do well. But I feel like there could be, when we compare Microsoft and PlayStation, like PlayStation really be spending money in the advertising segment when it comes to their game and stuff. And I think it really does contribute to the success of some of these games, though. You know what I mean? I really do feel it's because you see it everywhere.
That traditional marketing is never going to die. It's never going to die.
But it seems like
the average consumer is like. I think people underestimate the average consumer. Like the average,
they could do better. I feel like they could do better. Like I want to see Starfield everywhere, bro. But we got it on fucking like soda cans and shit like that. Like I know that shit kind of works to a certain extent, but like, yo, get some billboards, get a giant spaceman in like Times Square or something like that. Like do some fly shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hit up Elon Musk.
Yo, PlayStation got fucking Leviathan axes in the ground. They got giant PlayStations around the world. They got fucking Horizon dinosaurs and fucking Alaska. Like, come on, bro. Like, do something fly, bro. Do some fly
Partner
shit.
up with NASA or something. Like, wrap a space shuttle in Starfield. SpaceX,
but you know somebody. What? But you know what, Jmaine? You know what? What we gonna do? We gonna get these Dorito chips and we gonna put some Starfield pictures on them Dorito chips, bro. That shit gonna light it up, bro. That shit gonna set the streets on fire.
Microsoft, they think it's 2009 with the Call of Duty Modern Warfare fucking
market
advertising.
This shit, bro.
Doing Doritos,
I
man.
need a fucking
put that shit everywhere.
I need a live creation spaceship somewhere. You know what I mean? Times Square, something fly. Get people take pictures, get the kids by it, take some pictures. Yeah. That's some fly shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to see that, bro.
You're not even lying. They could have definitely pulled off some like fake space shuttle wrapped in Starfield wrapped in Starfield fucking like pictures or whatever it is, the box art or whatever you got to do, and put that shit in like LA and Times Square and Paris. All like the big areas where a lot of people are see it,
bro. That shit works. That shit works, bro.
Fire.
Come on, then have like a fucking spend some money.
like a launch timer on it or something like that. Something like
That would be
they could have even
sick.
had a
That would
launch
have been
timer,
sick.
and then the timer went off for like when the game went gold or something like that. That would have been fire. You know, if you don't want
It
to wait
does
to the
because
release
like
day.
look, I don't know what type of style of marketing that they're doing, but it does feel like most of the releases are kind of quiet. They do feel quiet to me in comparison to like others. The releases do
Yeah,
feel quiet.
they do. They do.
I don't know,
They
man.
gotta come. They gotta come harder
They
than
could
that.
they
And
could
start like you said, Starfield wanted it. This is it. This is their big game for the year. This is the one. This has to be treated as if it has to be treated like one of the ones, the system seller,
yeah,
the
exactly.
the last of the Mohican. Like it has to be everywhere. It's
Yeah.
gonna pay off. It's
It
going
is
to
what it
pay
is.
off. That shit
But
works.
in the end of the day, if the game is good, it's probably gonna move around. You know, word of mouth is a powerful thing as well, and people are gonna talk about it. And you know, I'm pretty sure it's gonna do what it does, regardless.
Yeah, I'm sure they probably gonna like pay
do you
streamers and
think
stuff
Game
like
Pass?
that.
All right, so just to bounce off that though, do you think Game Pass is the reason why maybe the marketing budget seems
Took
to
a
be
hit.
like low because it's launching in Game
Um,
Pass? Maybe if Game Pass didn't exist and they're or not even that, but their focal point was still selling units, physical copies, consoles, that they would go for a more traditional style marketing, but they know that people could just subscribe to Game Pass and play this game anyway. So
I
know.
I don't think so.
I'm trying to make
only
sense of it.
because
I'm trying to make sense of it. I don't know either.
I always hear like marketing budget and like game development budget is separate. So I just feel like they just might not believe in the traditional marketing style. Like I feel
Anymore.
like they're
Who
gonna do
knows?
stuff like you said, the food and the energy drinks, and then maybe like pay some live streamers to stream the game and stuff like that. And they feel like that could reach more people rather
The
than
live
the
streamer shit
traditional
is a good
style.
idea. The live streamer shit is a
It
good idea,
is.
though.
That
I do co-sign
it's probably
that.
cheaper.
That's a good.
It's
Yeah,
probably
that's a good
cheaper
idea
too.
too. Give them a bag. Give some popular Twitch streamer a bag. Let them play your game. It's probably gonna do. You know, it's gonna look what happened with Sea of Thieves. That game would look like it was dead underwater.
Oh,
until,
hell
like, some
yeah.
popular people played it, and the shit
Yep.
got brand new life breathed into it. So
Right.
you know, so that definitely does work. That definitely.
But
does work.
I think there could be or should be a healthy combination of both for Microsoft if that's the route that they're going. Like I just want to see a little bit more effort into the physical marketing.
Viceroy, he says, does Nintendo have any of that kind of marketing for their games? Bro, have you seen Tears of
Nintendo?
the Kingdom? Did you see Tears of the Kingdom
Yeah, nah.
release?
Nintendo marketing is up there with
Just
PlayStation.
just Google.
Yeah,
Yo,
they
if
do
you're
their
not
thing with
sure,
marketing.
yo, Vice, if you're not sure, just Google Tears of the Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and look at all the the launch events that they had, the Link statues that they had in places. Like, yo, they did shit for that game. You know, you actually felt the hype. Bro, I was there at midnight launch to pick up my game. There was like over 100 mans outside picking up the game, bro. Like they went crazy with that. They went crazy with that shit, bro. So
I don't
just
know
Google
if this there was a social media account that used to report on who spent the most marketing money per month. And it was always either a flip between Nintendo and PlayStation as number one, and then Microsoft would always be third. Like they would always be last.
Yeah, they don't spend money. Clearly, they don't.
So
Because we can feel it too.
I know. Yeah, you know.
Type 1 with a super chat donation. I appreciate it. He says, as a PlayStation guy, I hope Starfield does well, but say it doesn't meet expectations. Where does Xbox go from there? Stay smooth, yo. Where did they go from here? Look, it's just back to the rigmarole.
Back to the lab again.
No, just back to the rigmarole conversations that we always have. You know what I mean? Like, yo, Microsoft needs a hit, bro. Like, it's been a while since they dropped the hit. You know what I'm saying? So I think it just goes back to that conversation. Is it the end of the world if Starfield doesn't meet expectation? I guess I could ask you that question, Jamie. Is it the end of the world for Microsoft?
Yeah.
I say no, but they missed a huge opportunity to, you know, get some good faith from gamers.
Right.
That's what
I would say. For me,
I wouldn't say it's over for them if Starfield fails, but I said it's a huge missed opportunity because all eyes are on this game, at least from the hardcore audience. The casual audience probably looking forward to this shit too, but this is a big opportunity to gain a lot of favor from consumers. And if this game fails, it's a huge missed opportunity. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah. I no longer give Microsoft the benefit of the doubt after Halo Infinite, but for me personally, if they miss with Starfield, what I can say is I would probably never be excited for another Microsoft game again. Like, I don't even give a damn if it's something that I'm like, I can't wait for them to come out with. Like, if they started showing me, I don't know, I'm like, Yeah, I'm looking forward to the next Gears. Like I
I'm
probably
looking
wouldn't
forward
even
to
be
Gears.
excited for
Like
that.
I like Gears, so I'm looking
It
forward to
wouldn't be
Gears.
so because of how much is at stake here and the conversation around how they speak about the development process of this game. It's like if you fuck this up, then it's like it's no hope for nothing else. So it's no more excitement for me. But from a outside view, yeah, it's gonna do a lot of damage, and it's gonna be hard to come back. But
Yeah,
there's
it
always a
can't.
way to
Yo,
come
you
back.
know what? Yo, one thing that Starfield cannot be, Jmaine. Like, look, it could be. Look, if it's a game that, oh, it hit a 85, it hit a 87 on Metacritic. All right, cool, whatever. It didn't meet
Hmm.
the quote unquote the expectations. But what it absolutely cannot be is nothing like Starfield. Nothing like it. That would do
You
irreparable
mean
damage. Like,
Redfall?
no, but I say Starfield. I mean Cyberpunk. It
Yeah.
can be nothing like Cyberpunk.
No! Oh,
That
hell
launch,
no! Oh
nah,
my
that's what
god!
it can't afford to be. I don't
Oh
think.
my
Yeah,
god!
it cannot
Yeah.
afford to be like a Cyberpunk. Like I think that's. Oh my god, bro. I think that damage will be too deep. That wound will be cut too deep. I don't know if they could
Holy
walk away
shit.
after that one if it's like a Cyberpunk situation. I don't think they could survive that shit. To be honest, I don't think they could survive that shit.
You just made me think of something. Like I'm trying to see how the the review codes went out for Cyberpunk. I think it was much different than
I
how
think it
we
was
getting them
different in this. I think it was.
Starfield.
See, that's what gives me a little bit of faith. I'm telling you, the 2 weeks ahead of thing, you're saying it's specific
Yeah.
people, but I think all the major publications got a review code. Some of the major content creators, outside of the few like that we know, but a lot
Yeah.
of people got review codes for this game. So that gives me a little bit of hope, saying that, all right, yo, it came 2 weeks, review codes came out 2 weeks early, that they might be, the game's gone gold. They might be actually confident that, they got something decent. Or something cooking,
Something
like
good on their hands.
something good on their hands. So we gonna see, people. We got another super chat donation. They're making it
Exciting
rain in the
times.
chat. J-Dub again. He says, "Dumb boys will storm the Capitol if Starfield flops." Can you imagine? I think it will be okay. Game Pass trials be saving y'all, boy.
Damn. They cut. Listen, they cut that Game Pass trial shit short. It used to be
Yeah, the
a
dollar
month,
shit is gone, right? Isn't the dollar shit gone?
No, it's there. It's there,
Oh,
but it used to be a month for $1. Now it's 14 days. So they
Oh,
not
yeah,
they giving you a little taste. You know what I'm saying? They giving you a little
Facts,
taste of it
facts,
now.
facts,
You gotta
facts.
and what day let me see, when does Starfield come out? Okay, it comes out at the beginning, technically at the beginning of the month. So you get like 2 weeks and then you gotta re-up on that. So if you like what you play with Starfield, then you gotta re-up on that. So that's actually smart. That's actually smart.
Papa John's with a super chat donation says, "Kofi, you think a Steam Deck 2 is coming?" I 100% believe a Steam Deck 2 is coming, but it's not coming. I think Valve will release one when the time is right, when it makes sense, when there's truly some more advances in the mobile chips. I think that's when I do think Valve will make another one 100%. I want one with a better battery, maybe a bit smaller and slimmer. I just seen Lenovo device, looks bulky. Should I wait? Do not buy no Lenovo. Do not buy no them laptop. Have you used a Lenovo? I can't even say the word properly. Have you used one of your laptops before?
I haven't used a Lenovo since like 2008.
Bro. Do not buy that. Please. You have better luck buying the ROG Ally than buying that shit. Please do not buy that shit.
That Lenovo shit looked trash. It looked like a Game Boy Advance. And then like they copied everybody. They hit copy and paste for everybody else.
Yeah, they copied the Switch with the detachable Joy-Cons kind of shit
Yep.
going on. Do not buy that. Please do not buy that.
They copied the ROG Ally with the
If you
RGB
absolutely have to have one,
thumbsticks.
honestly, I still recommend the Steam Deck because it's first of all, it's price entry $399. You could just go ahead and buy an SD card, put a whole bunch of games there. The Steam Deck is still a great device, right?
That ROG Ally is nice. I ain't never played the Steam Deck yet, but that ROG Ally,
it is
Windows
because of the software.
So it's a little weird.
Better. Yeah, the software I hear it's still a little rocky on the ROG Ally because Windows and still needs to update the shit to work on like mobile devices, like work properly on mobile devices like that. So I think the safest bet is getting the Steam Deck, the $399 version one. If you have a little bit more cash, go for the middle tier version and just buy a fucking SD card and you're straight. Because
what I do like though about all of these handheld shits coming out is I think it puts Nintendo in a little bit of a situation where they might feel like they have to compete a little bit in terms of hardware coming out with all
You
of
think
these
so?
different options.
You think
Not
so?
like okay, not software wise because you can't officially play their games on these other platforms,
Mm-hmm.
but there's now direct competitors to a Switch moving forward. Before you couldn't compare a Switch to a PlayStation 4
You
or
know,
Xbox
you
One
know,
because those were consoles. Like this is
you
like
know what, Jmaine?
mainly a
I would
handheld.
agree. I would have agreed with you if the Steam Deck was available on store shelves. If the Steam Deck was
Mm.
available on store
It's still
shelves,
not.
no, you only could buy it off.
The
You only could buy it
fuck?
off Valve, bro. That's why the
Wow.
ROG Ally is probably going to gain some sort of traction because you actually can
Yeah,
go
because
into a store
you
and
get
see
that
it.
Best Buy
You
and
actually
pick
can
that
go
up.
to, yeah, you could just go to Best Buy and pick it up. You literally need a Steam account. You literally need to buy directly from Valve if you want a Steam Deck. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
You can't go to the
They
store
gotta
and buy
fix
that shit.
that.
So just for that sole reason, I think Nintendo is still gonna cook in this department until these devices
Yeah, for
become
sure.
available on the shelves, on the store shelves where people could see it. Companies like Best Buy and them that could do price discounts and bundles or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like they could do shit
Yeah.
with it. That's the only way I could see it actually doing some sort of competition to the Nintendo Switch. But right now the Switch is laughing here. They got like 120 million consoles sold over like
Yeah, their
hundred
player
million
base
something.
is
Yeah,
insane.
they're smoking everybody right now at this point. So I think Nintendo's on the high right now.
Just
To me,
think
I think they're on
it's
the high
not gonna
probably.
make them. It's not gonna make them sweat, but they might, give a little side eye glance. Like,
You
what the
think
fuck
you
they
think
got going
Nintendo's
on?
on is on humble mode right now? I don't think so. I think they're on
No,
a high mode right now. I think they
no.
gassed.
Because so what's gonna happen is it's gonna create more articles. Not that Nintendo is gonna be sweating from articles, but I do think the conversation is just gonna be a little bit louder if the Switch is coming in as something that's much inferior than what we already got.
Yeah.
Switch 2, excuse me, is coming in much inferior than what we already got on the out there in the public when it comes to these handheld gaming devices. Because yeah, I just feel like I said, you can kind of directly compare them now to something rather than just a console when you can't really make that
Yeah.
comparison.
I see what you're saying. But
Yeah.
I feel like
Not that Nintendo's gonna be shaking in their boots,
yeah,
but the
I feel like
conversation is gonna be
Nintendo.
a little bit louder. A little bit
Honestly,
louder.
I feel like Nintendo, like they got one combining their mobile handhelds with their home consoles, probably the best thing that they could ever have done. And I
Yeah,
think
because they couldn't
for the
hang in the
foreseeable
console.
future,
They
yeah,
couldn't hang in the console.
I think
world.
for the foreseeable future, if they continue to produce a device that's like this, it's always gonna be a super hit because Nintendo's handhelds have always been really successful in general. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And they're gonna be around forever. So the fact that they just combined your home console into that, I think it's gonna be really hard to really compete with. Look, honestly, like, hey, call me crazy, but the people to really compete with a Switch-like device is a company like PlayStation.
No.
It is. I'm sorry. It is. Y'all don't want to hear it.
They can't.
But it is.
They can't.
If
they
PlayStation
can't do it.
stuck with it, they had to stick
They
with
can't.
it.
No,
They didn't want to
can't.
stick with it. They didn't want to stick
They're
with it.
not willing to
stuck
sacrifice their development to make it so that they can dedicate a lot of shit to
Hey,
the
you're a
to the
hey.
handheld. They can't do that.
Create more teams. Stop giving them excuses. Create more teams.
Somebody need that money.
Create more
If
teams.
anybody, Microsoft could do some shit like that. They buying up publishers and studios out the yin yang. Like they could fucking do some shit like that with 30 studios on
if there
hand.
was a company to really compete with Nintendo, it would have to be like a PlayStation. That's what I'm saying. It would have to be like a PlayStation.
PlayStation can't even do it. They can't. They don't even have enough to make consistent console games, my nigga. They can't. They can't. We got Spider-Man and that's it. Like,
It would have to be. It would have.
We got
I'm sorry to
Spider-Man
tell
and
y'all. Y'all don't want to
They
hear it.
Can't.
It would have to be a
No.
PlayStation, man. They're the only ones that would be able to probably even, drive some.
You thinking from a hardware
attention.
perspective. You thinking from a hardware perspective. Software wise, they cannot do it. They cannot compete.
Because they could beat them in so many different fronts, like you said, the hardware fronts and what's it called? Just when we look at the PlayStation Vita has features that's still not even available on the Switch.
Yeah, shit. The Vita had features the PS3 didn't have.
Yo, bro, if you were able to compete in the games department, and yeah, your console, maybe your first console didn't do better than the DS, right? Maybe your second one didn't do so well, but that's your fault that it didn't do it as well as the last one because y'all made some major fuck ups. I think they shouldn't have. I personally believe they shouldn't have thrown in the towel so soon. I personally feel like they should have kept going, especially in an era now where we see that handheld gaming is even handhelds is actually even more popping than ever. Clearly, PlayStation does see like, yo, there's some sort of market for this, or the Q Lite wouldn't exist, Jmaine. It
Project
wouldn't
Q
exist.
Lite, man.
It
That's all you
wouldn't
get.
exist.
Boy. Have fun with that, man. Stream that.
Unfortunately, we got that device instead of that. But well, just to piggyback, we do hear that like PlayStation got like some 4K streaming shit coming, right? Did we talk
Yeah,
about that already?
actually, no, I think it was last week, but we didn't talk about it. It's currently in beta, so they apparently they're putting a little bit more effort into their streaming services now, and in beta now you can stream PlayStation 5 games directly to your system. So that is something that they're doing, and apparently it's 4K streaming, which is actually a first, I think, for the consoles, because I don't even think Xbox
I don't think
Series
Xbox does that either.
X
Shout out to
has 4K
PlayStation.
streaming for their
Yes,
games.
sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to PlayStation. You know what
They
I mean?
definitely I want to test it out. Like I'm always for testing out these streaming services. So to
my
see
question
something
to
streaming in
you,
4K,
do you
might
think
look
we get a
nice.
little bit more out of the Q Lite that is not strictly a remote play device, and maybe because I think we heard rumblings that it has some sort of Android tech inside it, right? Like some Android shit, right?
Yeah.
Did you see that shit? When like people
Yeah,
were
I think.
playing around with that shit, like it has some Android like tech in it. Do you
Oh yeah,
think,
yeah, yeah.
you know what I'm
Yeah,
talking
yes,
about, right?
yes.
Okay, so
Yep,
do you
yep,
think
yep.
that there's a possibility that you won't need a PS5 to possibly use this device, and you may be able to stream? I think even then,
Yeah,
I'm not a fan
absolutely.
of that. I'm not a fan of that, but I think it's better than the original offering saying, "Yo, you need a PS5 for this device to work." And if
Right.
you're out of the
Yeah.
house, you need to connect to your PS5 from home to stream it to that fucking device. That sounds fucking terrible.
Right. So I think the rumor was that this Project Q shit was supposed to be coming out this year. I think if so, they should delay that to whenever they are planning to release this cloud streaming
I
for
think that's a good
PlayStation
idea
5
as well.
games feature for the PS5. Because the rumor, I think Insider Gamer actually put out a report on August 9th, and they're saying here that this, project, this cloud streaming project is supposed to officially be out by March 2024. So I think if that's the case, they should delay the Project Q and put it out whenever this comes out. That way they can promote it as, like you were just saying, something that you can play either if you have a PS5 or if you don't have a PS5. I think more people will be inclined to pick something like that up rather than just a PS5 remote play device.
Exactly.
So
Okay.
that's all you're
right.
getting, though, my brother, when it comes to portable from PlayStation. All right, that's it.
All right. So let's talk about this Call of Duty. I'm pretty much out of the loop of this, so you got to fill me in. What's pause? Big pause. Can you let me know what's going on with this whole Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 situation? From what I'm hearing, it's some sort of, it's like a sequel, but it's not really a sequel type of situation. Can you just inform me and maybe the people who are a little bit out of the loop when it comes to the latest Call of Duty?
So it's looking to me, it's really looking like Call of Duty 2.5, Modern Warfare 2.5, excuse me. But what they're talking and what they're promising for the game is sounding good. And it's kind of like the Madden thing, or maybe even the 2K thing in some aspects, where they take shit away and then they present it as it's like something new for the next installment. Because in this Modern Warfare 3 installment, like they're bringing back the classic mini map behavior where when you shoot an unsuppressed gun, a red dot pops up on the map. Like that's the shit that people have been asking for the longest, but they waited into the next installment to bring something like that back. And I think you're supposed to be getting stuff like what is it called? One of the perks, I forget. I think it's the one where when you're moving around, you don't make as much noise. I think it used to be called Dead Silence. I don't know if it's called that anymore. But it's called Covert. I think it's the Covert perk now. It allows you for silent movement. They bring stuff like that back. Core health, I'm hearing, is increased now to 150 for an increased TDK. Something like that. Actually,
okay.
Yeah, I like that. I like that because maybe it's me getting older, but that Call of Duty time to kill shit be fucking. That shit be too damn fast.
You walk outside, dead. Walk outside,
yeah, you dead. Like you didn't even get a chance
God.
to fucking react to seeing a motherfucker half the time. So a longer TDK, I'm always down for, especially somebody who plays Battlefield a lot. Like a longer TDK is definitely welcome. Cancels, like slide cancel animations and shit like that. They bring in stuff like that. Cancel reload is coming back. You can mantle faster while sprinting, longer tactical sprint, stuff like that. And another big thing that they're doing for Modern Warfare 3 is they're remastering every map, or at least 16 maps from Modern Warfare 2, the original 2009 version,
Wait,
is coming back.
so this is Modern Warfare 3, but they're remastering Modern Warfare 2 maps.
Yeah,
So like
yeah,
maps
yeah.
like Rust and shit is coming back.
So I think Rust was always already there. Let me get the
Is
list.
already in the game.
I'm pretty sure Rust is there, but
Rust is in Modern Warfare 2 right now.
I think so. No, I know
Really?
Shipment is
No,
definitely there.
no, Shipment's in there because I played that. But I never seen
Okay.
Rust. When did they bring Rust back?
Maybe I'm tripping. Hold on, let
I
me
don't
look at
know.
the list real quick.
All right, cool.
I got it right here. So no, you're right. Rust is coming back. Rust is coming back. My apologies. So Afghan, Derail, Estate, Favela, or however you say that shit. That's one of my favorite maps right there too. That Brazil map. Karachi, High Rise. High Rise is a motherfucking classic. That's a motherfucking banger. Oh, they said Rust is a Modern Warfare 2 map. Okay, so maybe they're
It
doing more
is.
to it.
Interesting.
Well, it's an original Modern Warfare 2 map. I don't know if it's a new Modern Warfare 2 map. So somebody can confirm that in the chat. Invasion is coming back. Quarry, Rundown, Rust, Scrapyard, Skid Row, Subbase, Terminal, another fucking classic, Underpass, and Wasteland. So yeah, they bringing back all of those maps. So that's 16 remastered maps, and then they're gonna have 12 maps that are coming out, like brand new core maps that are coming out throughout
what's
like
up?
the season pass.
Are they selling this as like a regular price retail game, right? Like they're not. Right,
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
just regular.
$70.
Okay.
$70 at least. You know, they got all these
Okay.
other
All
different
right.
versions and stuff like that. But the promise of all of these movement abilities coming back, or the red dot being on the map, is what has people excited.
Excited
That
for
you
it.
know
Okay.
that gameplay is coming back to what we know and love from Call of Duty. They're also coming through with a new zombies. It's supposed to be like the biggest zombie map ever, more of like an open world type of experience for it, which
Interesting.
might have a lot of people excited. I want to say this might be the first zombies in a Modern Warfare game. I don't know if Modern Warfare ever did zombies. Usually the Treyarch games is where the zombies game come into play. But yeah, it's supposed to be a big ass map and have some type of like survive and extract aspect to it.
Okay.
For
Call of
that, and
Duty.
then
Oh, I also seen that PlayStation. It was it's quite funny with everything going around with the whole acquisition and Microsoft buying Activision. It's quite funny seeing play the beta first on PlayStation.
Yeah, the open beta.
So is this the last time we've seen this?
I would think so,
You think
because
this is the last time we're seeing this, right?
it's been a little bit quiet in terms of the CMA versus
Dang! Oh my god!
Microsoft.
I was gonna tweet this exact same thing. I'm like,
Yeah.
have y'all noticed that nobody's talking about acquisitions anymore? And I'm like,
Fam.
hallelujah, hallelujah, bro.
It's been so
Hallelujah,
good.
bro.
Tom Warren came out with a little tweet yesterday, like giving an update on the status. Basically, he said nothing has changed. But I was like, damn, when he made that tweet, I'm like, yo, I haven't heard shit about this deal for
I'm
a
so
few
happy,
weeks
bro.
now.
I'm
And
so
it's been
happy.
amazing.
The timeline has been better. The timeline is still nasty work, but it's been better
Right.
than people
It's
talking
been
about
more.
acquisitions.
It's been more about games. Like
Yeah,
we
it's been
hearing
more about
about
Baldur's Gate versus
fucking
Starfield.
Baldur's
At
Gate,
least it's like
yeah,
that. It's like
Starfield and
that.
shit like that. Yeah,
Nobody want to hear
it's
about
more
no fucking
games.
acquisitions, and I'm tired of the lawyer gamers and shit like that. I'm tired of hearing them
Yeah.
hearing them on the timeline and shit. So, thank God that shit
Yeah, so
is finally wrapped up, yo.
Call of Duty, I do like what I'm hearing. I'm gonna fucking check out the beta and see where it goes from there. See where it goes from there.
That's perfect. That's
But
perfect. Yeah, I end up somehow picking up Call of Duty. Actually,
every year,
that's actually a lie. I skipped like 2 years, but Modern Warfare, like, it gets me. You know what I mean? It's just nostalgic to me.
Yeah.
So I did pick up like Modern Warfare 2019, and I picked up Modern Warfare 2. I enjoyed those two games. I ain't gonna lie. I played them for what it was.
Yeah.
I didn't spend like a crazy amount of time on them, but I played it a couple of matches here and there. I had fun with the Discord, and if this is gonna be more of the same boots on the ground type of situation, I'll probably pick up this one too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm excited to play the story too, because it's a direct continuation from last year's game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we getting
I
the
enjoyed
modern
that.
day version of the No Russian mission. Like, I can't wait to see what that's gonna be hitting for. Yeah, so Call of Duty is quote unquote, as the kids are saying, is back.
Okay. And before we get out of here, we got like 2 more topics that we want to discuss. Shout out to everyone watching the podcast once again. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the show. The Xbox 360 store is closing next year, Jmaine. Do you care?
Woohoo!
Do
No,
you care?
not at all. Not even the
Okay.
slightest of care in my soul and my body.
I personally do not care. We found out that it doesn't affect the ability for you to buy backwards compatible games on the Xbox One and Series consoles. So those games are, I guess, are going to remain available. But the games that are not backwards compatible that were on the store will be removed.
That's like 220 games.
Yeah, so 220 games, which is, it doesn't seem like a lot. But I believe if you own the game, if you already bought the games, you will be you always have the ability to download them, from my understanding.
Yeah, you have the ability to play them if you already bought them. So
if you already bought them, so go buy the games. Look, if that you want to go play, if you own a 360, I guess go buy the games.
Yeah, because I think this don't come into play until July 29th of 2024. So you got a whole year to buy them games that you didn't give a fuck about prior to this news being announced that they was closing the store. I'm looking at the list right now, trying to see if there's anything on here.
Anything major?
That I would be like devastated if it didn't. Wolf Among Us, I think that has like a next gen version. What else is on here? Tales from the Borderlands, yeah, that's on the next gen. Street Fighter 2 and 3, yeah, that we already got other versions of that. Yeah, nothing really major. Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 0. It's Resident Evil 0. That's an interesting one right there. I wonder.
I know what game that is. That game's available on PC, and so it should be available on modern consoles as well. It is.
It probably is.
It is. I'm pretty sure they brought that out when they remade the original Resident Evil for like the 3rd time. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
Yeah. I think they brought back 0 as well, so I think you could play that right now. Like,
it's some Connect games on here that the Connect boys might be upset about.
Oh man! All right, so nobody losing.
You ain't losing shit. I just scrolled through this whole list. You're not losing nothing. You're not really.
Yeah. Nah. I'm pretty sure most of the games that y'all care about, they probably added it to backwards compatible already, so nobody cares.
Yeah.
And last but not least, Jeff Keighley's
Opening Night
Live has been announced.
Yes, sir.
And he's pretty much kind of set expectations. He says this year's live will focus more on updates than new, game announcements.
Wow, this is like the first time I think I've ever seen Jeff Keighley not hype some shit up.
Yeah, so pretty much he kind of set expectations that they're just gonna give updates on upcoming games that are releasing. No real major announcements will be at Gamescom this year.
I'm excited though. I'm excited for the show because a lot of the games that they already revealed that are getting like updates, I actually want to hear more about. They're going to be showing off some new gameplay for Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty. Like I want to see if they're going to be showing like some of the new, because they say like Cyberpunk is getting a whole overhaul with this new DLC. So I want to see what that's going to look like. Mortal Kombat 1 is going to be there. Not that I really need to see that. Crimson Desert.
I'm already sold on that. So
Crimson Desert is going to be there, which is a game that we saw at a show a while ago, but it looked good. I remember watching because I watched the trailer today. It looked good, but that frame rate was ass.
What's crazy?
Like, yeah, like the graphics and the gameplay looked fucking amazing, but the frame rate was so ass. It looked like one of them games that we was never gonna ever see again. So the fact that it is here at the show, I want to see what that is gonna look like. And then they're also gonna have Alan Wake 2, more gameplay for that. I want to see that. And fucking Black Myth Wukong, one of the games that KOFI said wasn't real last week. We was just talking about that shit, though. You was like, you don't think that's a real game.
It's not coming out. It's not coming out, Jmaine.
No, we're about to get some new gameplay, and a release date, dog. That shit is real and it's coming out next year.
August
Bet.
23rd. It's on a Wednesday. Will I live? It depends.
August 22nd. August
22nd.
22nd.
22nd. Will I live stream it?
I'm
Depending
gonna
what
be
time
live
it
for
starts. Depends what time it starts. If not, y'all tune into Jmaine's live stream. But
2 p.m. It starts at 2 p.m. I'll be live for that.
2 p.m.
Definitely.
I'll be at work, so y'all tune into Jmaine's. I'm gonna be there too. So I think that's it, Jmaine. That's it, man.
That's it, brother.
That's all we have for the people today. Hour and 30 minutes, perfect. We covered a lot of awesome topics. We had great discussions. We probably the most consistent when it comes to getting to the shit podcast.
Oh yeah,
there,
concise.
We
definitely concise.
We don't waste your time, man. We just get to the shit. We have fun.
No filler. No filler.
Get the fuck out of here. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. Once again, we will do an open mic soon. I'll probably just save the open mic for
the Starfield joint.
Yeah, so make it.
Yeah, that'll be a good one.
Yeah, we'll make it extra special. So we'll do open mic then. Hopefully you guys enjoy the show. Once again, if you guys want extra content, another podcast, check out our Patreon. We do one every Sunday called What the Fuck. And we talk about current events, crack jokes. If you guys like a lot of dumb shit, fuck shit, which a lot of you guys seem to like, you guys will enjoy that podcast as well. All right.
Talk about Kiki Palmer, goofy ass, putting out that video with Usher.
Yeah, we get into the stuff that's happening in pop culture and just have funny discussions, about life. So if you're interested, check out our Patreon. We only have one tier, $4, and you get a whole bunch of content, giveaways, and other stuff. I do have something special coming. If you're Canadian, quick announcement. I feel like it's like at the end of like Sunday service and like they had the announcements.
Yeah,
man, it'd be taking 5 years for the announcements. Yeah. If you are who's Canadian watching live right now, who is from Canada? Do we have any Canadians in the chat? I'm waiting.
Rep your set, Canadians.
A lie? Where's the Canadian man's? Say some if you Canadian and you watching real quick. Let me see some. I got something special for you guys, courtesy of PlayStation. Courtesy of PlayStation.
Gaming from Canada, Captain Sidekick.
Let's just say PlayStation has blessed me with something, and they said they've given me the opportunity to bless y'all as well. 10 of y'all, but the kick is only available for the Canadians. It's only available for
this like some in-person shit, or you can't disclose?
I can disclose with you off stream.
Okay.
But I want to follow the rules. I'm professional now, guys. I'm a professional now, guys.
Yeah,
so I gotta follow the rules.
You know what I mean?
I gotta follow the rules. So if you are a Canadian, stay tuned. I have a very special opportunity for you that PlayStation will be personally sending you something extremely fly. I'm cooking up a video on it right now, right after this. You know what I mean? So tap in, man. Tap in. Shout out to all
I'm about to get my dual citizenship or something. Like, I gotta tap in with the Canadian connection.
Come and tap in. I got some fly for you guys. All right. So shout out to all the Canadians. Shout out to everyone watching the podcast worldwide, man. We appreciate y'all. We're gonna get out of here. Everyone, have a blessed night.
Peace out.